Hello family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela and this channel is all about beauty, fashion, and life. Today's video is all about 7 things classy and sophisticated women never do. Now, if that is something you're interested in hearing my opinion on, stay tuned. Now, let's get started. The first thing a classy lady never does is drink too much when she goes out. It is not a good look. It is not a good look whatsoever. You get inebriated, you start slurring your words, it just kind of makes the people around you uncomfortable. Heaven forbid you drink too much and you get up and you fall. You may leave your purse. It's just not a ladylike look. It's not a good look, and it just makes the entire outing or situation very, very uncomfortable. I know I personally get very uncomfortable around people who are drinking too much. Like typically if I'm in a situation and there are several people and people start drinking too much, I'm ready to go. I want to go home. I don't want to see the end, what's going to happen next. And now that's if I'm just in the company of a lot of people. Now, if it's just me and perhaps some of my friends and we're all out together, that's a whole different story. I'm not leaving until everybody's leaving, and I'm not leaving, especially if it's one of my close friends. We're gonna go home together. Either you're gonna come to my house or I'm gonna drive, make sure you get home safely. But drinking too much is just something a classy lady will never, ever do. Now, if you drink in the comfort of your home, that's a different story. But if you're out in public, it is not a classy look. So classy women never drink too much in public. The second thing a classy or sophisticated woman never does is they're never rude to the service staff. That is one of the things that triggers me personally. I do not like it, and I will stand up for them every time. I do not like seeing people who are rude, or people be rude to cashiers or waiters or housekeepers. I do not like it at all. First of all, why in the world would you be rude to your waiter? That's just not smart. Not smart at all. I know people hear rumors about stuff that waiters do, and I don't believe all that, but I'm sure it's happened. Actually, I've seen it on videos and stuff, but there's no need to be rude to anybody, period. They're out here, they're just working hard and trying to do their job. There's no reason to be rude to the cashier at Walmart, and there's absolutely no reason to be rude to the housekeeper. It's just unnecessary, and it happens because those people are in a predicament where they can't speak up for themselves. So people feel like they have the that, or feel like they can just talk to them any kind of way, and it's just not nice, and it's not ladylike, and it's not kind. So more than anything, it is just not kind and disrespectful. So that is something a classy or sophisticated lady never does. She's never ever rude to the service staff. The third thing a classy and sophisticated lady never does is use profanity in public. It's not a good look. We've all been there. We've all heard it. We've all seen it. We've all been out to dinner and you hear someone cursing, a lady cursing, and you kind of turn around and you kind of figure out who is that, because it shows you have no decorum. And then especially if there are children about, it's just inappropriate and it's not classy whatsoever. Now, what you do in the privacy of your home, your car, with your friends, that's completely different. But a classy a classy woman never uses profanity or lewd gestures in public, especially with the age of internet these days. Everybody has a cell phone. You just never know when that's gonna come back to haunt you, as you can see again and again. The fourth thing that a classy and sophisticated woman always does is mind their manners. Now, there is please, thank you, you do something wrong, I'm sorry, or I apologize. And also, they're on time if people are waiting on them. I hate waiting on people. If you tell me to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, I know this is just me. If you tell me to be there at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna be there 7:45 at the latest. Probably 7:30, but 7:45 at the latest. I'm never gonna have you sitting and waiting on me. If you're classy and sophisticated, you will never have someone waiting, especially if there's a function that needs to start. You're late, everybody's just sitting around. It's just disrespectful of their time and very, very inconsiderate and very selfish. So a classy lady always minds their manners. They don't blow their nose at the dinner table. That's so gross. It is so disgusting. That really disgusts me because, you know, I'm a nurse. You blow your nose. I can sit and eat my food and just tell you that's nasty. But it is not going to My mama, on the other hand, she just, her whole, it's gonna turn her entire stomach. She's gonna be done with dinner. She's gonna put the fork down and she's gonna be very upset. You're like, but just, please, thank you, no blowing your nose. If you have to blow your nose, or if you just, sometimes it just drips, you get your tissue and you dab, excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, or go to the bathroom to blow your nose. But please, please, whatever you do, do not blow your nose at the dinner table. The people around you probably don't want to hear it, and the people definitely at the other tables don't want to hear it. That is something that is not classy for anyone, whether it's male or female. But it's definitely something classy ladies never do. Do not blow your nose and mind your manners. The fifth thing that a classy or sophisticated lady never does, she's never the loudest person in the room. You know, usually when someone's extremely loud in the room, that person has some insecurities and they're trying to overcompensate by drawing attention to themselves. A person that has class and style, there's no need for that. Their conversation speaks for itself. They have no need to be loud and obnoxious, and it's just not necessary. You can have conversations and you can work the room. There's no need to be that loud person in the room whatsoever. And usually if you're confident, you have no desire to be the loudest person in the room. So that's number 5. They're never the loudest person in the room. The sixth thing that a classy or sophisticated lady never does is brag about her financial situation. Now, wealthy people never ever talk about, I have this, I have that, I have this. The only time they're typically talking about money is when they're engaging in a conversation about how to make more money. You will see rich people talk about money all the time. Remember we went to, anyway, rich people talk about money all the time. They talk about what their car and their how much they pay for their house and how much they have in savings. Wealthy people never ever do that. And it's so tacky to talk about money or ask someone how much money they have or want to see someone's house or talk about I'm independently wealthy. And let me just tell you a story. So we went out to breakfast one day. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Went to the Ritz-Carlton one morning. It was 3 couples, production and I, and 2 other couples. And one of the couples we were taking the first couple out because they were just new here. And so we just wanted to take them somewhere nice. Well, the wife, first of all, she was rude to the waiter. And then the whole time they sat there, they talked about their boat, how much money they were investing. And then she had the audacity to say, oh, I only fly first class. That wasn't the problem. That wasn't the issue. I had no problem with that. I only fly first class. I don't sit in the back with GP. And like turned her nose down. I was like, what is GP? What is GP? It was like, it's general population. Like she turned her nose down at people who couldn't afford to sit in first class. I was done with her. I had nope, don't want to be around her ever again, because you asked me, that's what Jesus would have sat. Jesus would have sat back there with everybody else. He had everything he could ever get, anything he ever want in his hands, but he would have sat in the back with GP. I sit in the back with GP most of the time. There's no problem with that. It's okay if you can afford better things in life, but just to brag about something like that is just so tacky. And then to turn your nose down at other people because they can't afford or they're not at that station in life where they can spend $5,000-$6,000 for an airplane ticket is tacky. I did not like, no, I was done with her. That's just me. I was done with her. No, ma'am. But anyway, they talked about how much money they had, she and her husband, the entire breakfast, and I was so ready. I was so ready to go. Remember that? I was so ready to go. And the other couple, the first couple, the wife and I kind of kept giving each other the eye, like we were done. We were over it. But again, people who have class and people who have class and sophistication never ever brag about their financial situation or their house and their home and how much money they have. They just don't. It's just tacky and inconsiderate, because most people don't have that. And why are you bragging about it? For whom? Is it to make you feel better or make them feel worse? There's no need for it whatsoever. The final thing that a classy and sophisticated lady does is dress appropriately for the I want to say conversation. It's for the occasion. The final thing that a classy and sophisticated lady does is dress appropriately for the occasion. Now you all have I know I have. Hopefully you probably not. Hopefully maybe you have or maybe you haven't. But I've been at like a picnic or a cookout, and here comes bougie auntie. Now I'm considered the bougie auntie, but I have more sense than that. But you knew you were coming to a picnic or a cookout. Why? Why do you have on an office dress, a sun hat, a church purse, and some 4-inch heels? Now you got to walk on the pads of your feet because you don't want your heel to dig down in that dirt, and everybody looking at you laughing. You look crazy. You look crazy. It's just crazy. Now I personally go by the motto of better to be a little overdressed than even a little bit underdressed. But you know you're going to a cookout. Why are you in church attire? Now, if you're coming from church, it's a whole different story. If you're coming from church and you knew you were going to the cookout, you should have known to bring you some sneakers or some sandals or something that's going to pad your feet on the grass. But sophisticated women never do stuff like that. Even if you go to you're going out to dinner with your friends and you just never know what the dress code is. It's just better to be a little overdressed, but like to go to a baby shower with some sneakers and some shorts on or some sweatpants, or to go to a wedding and you're going to a wedding. First of all, do not. I went to a wedding one time, this woman wore, I'm not going to say who it is either. This woman wore a long white dress, a maxi white dress to a wedding. Ooh, she got the side eye from everybody. Is that bad? Unless the bride tells everyone to wear white, you dare not wear a long white, a maxi white dress to a wedding. No, absolutely not. You can wear a mini white dress. First of all, you probably shouldn't wear a white dress at all. I would never, ever wear a white dress to a wedding. But yeah, it's very bad.
Really?
You cannot try to show up the bride. You can't. The bride is the only person allowed to wear a long white dress at the wedding.
Is that why it's bad?
Yes. It's her day. How dare you? How dare you? Then,
that was a thing.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me get married. Let me have a wedding. Show up at my wedding with a white dress. I will never know about it until afterwards. I'm gonna find out about it afterwards. After I sit with my friends and we're all laughing, because whoever that person is never gonna make it inside the sanctuary. They're not gonna get inside. My friend, my crew will cut them off at the door. I promise you. If I have a wedding and somebody shows up with a white long dress, they are not getting inside. Nobody's gonna let them inside.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
It's gonna be Shadia, Ronnie, Angel, Angie, Alicia, and Carmen, and they're not getting past them. Not a one of them. Even if it's just one, they're not gonna make it. It's gonna be like a giant 30-foot brick wall. They're not gonna make it in. And they better hope they're greeted with Sheila. Yep, that's it. The rest of them they about that life. No. Oh God, no, yes. Anyway, did I finish what I was saying? A classy and sophisticated lady is always aware of where she's going and what the dress code is for the occasion, and always dresses appropriately. Well, that's it, family. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the description box what you think about these 7 things that classy/sophisticated women never do. I'm interested in hearing what you think. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. You go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying my content, or maybe not. Just give me a comment. Let me know what you think. Either way, I greatly appreciate you spending some of your valuable time with me, and I want you to have a blessed day. Bye-bye.